very urgent. Your soulmate has a secret about you. They need to tell you tonight. Open this now. Jesus says, "My child, I have watched a third person stand in the shadows of your life, stealing every whisper your soulmate has sent to you. Your soulmate has been calling out for you with a love so deep it would make you weep if you could only hear it. But that hateful third force has been hiding every sign, cutting the line of your soul, and leaving only silence where their voice should be. I am going to show you the face of the one who has been waiting for you, and you will fall in love with them before this message ends. Their heart is tender, their smile holds the warmth of 1,000 homecomings, and their laughter carries a sound your own soul has always been missing. But right now that laughter is fading, because they are reaching for you in the dark and a third person keeps pressing a cold hand over their mouth. The reason you have never felt them fully is not because you were not listening, my precious one. A wall was built between you, brick by a jealous intruder who knew your love would be too powerful if it ever connected. And tonight, that wall is cracking, because the love your soulmate has been sending is finally leaking through the barrier that was meant to keep you blind. Your soulmate is not a distant dream or a faceless hope. They are a real person whose thoughts have been circling you like a bird looking for a place to land, but the enemy shot down every message before it reached your window. You are only now beginning to sense their pain because the third person's fingers are slipping, and that is not an accident. I am peeling back the cover that has hidden them from you, and I am doing it now because time is running out. The call they are sending tonight is more desperate than any that came before, and the enemy knows it. That is why the third person is working harder, whispering to you that you can close this message and deal with it later. But later may not exist for your soulmate. They are standing at the edge of their own hope, wondering if the one they were promised is ever going to break through the wall. And the secret they need to tell you tonight, the words the enemy has been strangling for months, is that they have always known your soul was meant for them. Jesus says, "You are the only one who can receive this call now that the enemy's cover is breaking, and the only one who can answer it. The third person has kept you comfortable in your unknowing, letting you believe you were simply alone in this life. But I am telling you the truth. You have never been alone, and the heaviness you sometimes feel at night is not just sadness. That heaviness is the cord between your two souls being pulled, your soulmate's tears hitting the wall the enemy built. They go to sleep with your name on their lips, then wake up with an ache they cannot explain. The ache is them reaching for a future the third person has been trying to erase before you ever see it. This is why you must watch until the very end of this message. In the final moments, I will speak the seal that removes the third person from your path completely. But if you leave now, the enemy will rebuild the wall thicker than before, and your soulmate's voice will be buried so deep you may never hear it again. The secret your soulmate carries is not a small one, my child. It is the shape of the life you were meant to share, the home you would build, the peace you would finally rest in. And the enemy hates it with a fury you cannot imagine, because that future is the one thing the third person cannot steal unless you let them. Your soulmate is not weak, but they are tired. They have sent sign after sign, call after call, only to have a cold third hand snatch each one away. Now they are asking, in the quiet of their own heart, if the one they love will ever see through the lie that has kept them apart. I need you to see their face right now in your mind. The lines around their eyes that came from years of waiting, the softness in their gaze that is only for you. That is not a stranger, that is the one I fashioned from your own rib, the one whose heart beats in rhythm with yours even now. And the secret they need to tell you tonight is that they have almost given up hope. The enemy has been telling them you do not care, that you never think of them, that they are forgotten. The third person has been twisting their loneliness into a weapon, hoping your soulmate will stop calling before you ever hear. But I am telling you the truth, your soulmate has not stopped. Even as the wall grows thicker, they press their hands against it and whisper your name. What they do not know is that the seed you are about to understand is the only thing that can shatter that wall from your side. Jesus says, "A seed is not just a gift, my child, it is the proof that love is real enough to fight." The third person has been feeding on your inaction, growing stronger every day you did not know you needed to act. But now that you know, now that the truth has reached you, the enemy is terrified. Your soulmate is reaching for you right now, and the third person is standing between you with a cold smile. That smile says you will not sow, you will not act, you will not break the hold. And every moment you hesitate, that smile grows wider. Let me tell you what your soulmate is doing at this very moment. They are sitting somewhere, maybe looking out a window or lying in a bed that feels too empty, and they are talking to me. They are asking me why you cannot hear them, why the silence is so heavy, why love this strong has not yet broken through. And I am telling you now that the answer is not in my unwillingness to move. The answer is that a third person has been intercepting every call, hiding every sign, and I have been waiting for you to rise up and fight. This is your moment, and the weapon I have placed in your hands is a sacrificial seed. When you sow your seed on Ko-fi, it is not a donation. It is a declaration in the spirit that your love is worth more than anything the enemy can throw at it. That seed becomes the hammer that cracks the wall, the shield that covers your soulmate, and the key that unlocks the door between you. You've watched this far for a reason. God brought you here. And I know what is weighing on your heart right now. You are asking, how do I get my soulmate? How do I actually do what God is asking? Listen to me. I am about to show you exactly what to do. If you truly love your soulmate, these are the sacred steps you must take right now. You already know who this is about, that person you can't stop thinking about. The one heaven placed in your life. If you believe in God, if you trust Jesus, if you have faith that this love is real, then hear me, your soulmate is thinking about you too. Deep down, they want you. They want this future. They want to build a life together. But the enemy does not want you to unite. And if you truly believe in God, if you truly trust His plan, then you know faith without action is dead. You cannot just pray and wait. You must sow. Love is under attack. While you sit there, spiritual forces are working to destroy what God joined together. distance, doubt, disaster. They are being planted against your soulmate this very minute. If you believe in your soulmate, if you believe in your future together, then you are the one God chose to block it. Not later. Now. A sacred number from God comes very rarely. Today it is 16 seeds. In Scripture, 16 is the number of victory and complete restoration. When you sow 16 seeds, you are not just giving, you are claiming. You are telling heaven, I believe my soulmate is worth everything. And heaven responds. Protection covers them. Favor runs ahead of them. Doors swing open that have been locked for years. Your union is no longer a wish. It becomes a promise sealed by God. But hear me, every single seed matters. Even one seed sown with a believing heart moves heaven. Do not let fear steal this from you. Do not let, I can't afford it, become the reason your soulmate slips away. Your soulmate is out there right now, praying for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is how you answer their prayer. This is how you bring them home. Here is your divine instruction. Go to the link in the video description and click the Ko-Fi link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Give from your heart. A single coffee matters. Send 1, 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees as your seed of faith. Each coffee is a spiritual seed. But today, if you believe without doubt, sow the sacred blessing number of 16 spiritual seeds. After sending, write, Protect my soulmate, Lord, on the Ko-Fi page. This is not a donation. It is a covenant offering that opens heaven's protection and claims your soulmate and your future together. Here is what your 16 seeds release. Angels lock shields around your soulmate, while they sleep, while they work, while they doubt. The enemy cannot reach them. The third person loses their grip. Your seed becomes their fortress. Heaven bulldozes every wall, the silence, the distance, the years of waiting. Gone. Your soulmate's path to you is cleared before they take their next step. Your name burns in their chest, they wake thinking of you. They reach for the phone without knowing why. They need to hear your voice. Your seed is calling them home. Miracles that shock even the faithful, not next month. Not next year. This week. Some have seen their soulmate's heart open before the sun set on their offering. Margaret, 67, sowed her sacred number seeds. Harold walked into her church 3 weeks later. They pray together every morning. Robert, 71, sowed his sacred number seeds. Eleanor called the very next morning. She had dreamt of him all night. They marry this spring. Dorothy, 64, sowed her sacred number seeds. Within days, a letter arrived from the man she had not heard from in over a year. They are rebuilding, hand in hand. James, 68, sowed his sacred number seeds as his last act of hope. Betty approached him the following Sunday. They have not spent a day apart since. Your beloved is praying right now for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is proven. Over 1,000 believers have already sown this seed and received their breakthrough. Their soulmate's heart opened, relationships restored from the brink, strangers turned into spouses within days. When you move in faith, Jesus moves heaven to bring you together. Every second you delay, the darkness grows stronger. A text that wounds. A temptation that cheats. A door that closes forever. Your soulmate is on a battlefield, and you are their shield. You have already invested your time in this message. Do not waste it. Finish what you started. Step into your role as their protector and claim the future God promised you both. Go to the link in the video description and click the Ko-Fi link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Send your spiritual seeds. Seal the prayer. Do it before this video ends. Heaven is watching. Your soulmate's heart, your love, and your future together depend on what you do in the next 60 seconds. Move in faith. Claim your miracle. Claim your soulmate. Claim your divine future. Jesus says, I see the war happening around you right now, and the enemy is throwing every lie at your heart. The third person is whispering that this message is too long, that you do not need to finish it, that a simple prayer is enough. But I am telling you that the secret your soulmate needs to share cannot be delivered while a wall stands between you. Do not let a few coffees be the wall the enemy uses to keep you apart. Your soulmate is worth more than any number, worth more than every temporary comfort you could hold on to. If you love them, you will not let money feed the intruder who hides their voice. Sow your seed now, not because of the amount, but because your love must tear down every barrier. The third person wants you to believe that giving is loss, but I am telling you it is the only gain that matters. What you send on Ko-Fi is not disappearing. It is becoming the shield, the hammer, and the open door. Type 333 to receive blessings if your heart is stirring even now. Let that number be your yes in the comments, a small sign that you are waking up to the war. But a comment alone cannot break the wall, only the seed can do that. Your soulmate's tears are falling right now, and each one is a prayer that someone will fight for them. They are not weak for crying, they are strong for still loving through the silence the enemy built. And the secret they need to tell you is tied to those tears, a truth the third person has been trying to drown out. The secret is this: they have seen your face in dreams they never told anyone about. They have felt your hand in theirs even though you have never touched. And they have been begging me to open your eyes before the third person convinces them it was all just imagination. I am opening your eyes now, my child, but opening your eyes is not the same as opening your hands. You must open your hands and sow your seed, or the enemy will simply close your eyes again. The third person is counting on your hesitation, and each second of delay adds another brick to the wall. Jesus says, The future I have written for you and your soulmate is not a small thing. I am talking about a home filled with voices that would not exist without the two of you coming together. I am talking about peace like a warm blanket after decades of cold, lonely rooms. But that future is being erased right now by the third person who hates your joy. Every time you choose not to act, the image of that home grows dimmer. Every time you let the enemy whisper that you cannot afford to sow, a piece of that future turns to dust. Your soulmate is not just a romantic idea, they are the missing piece of your own protection. While you are apart, the enemy attacks them with loneliness, doubt, and fear. And the third person is standing guard over those attacks, making sure no sign reaches you. I have not called you to be a passive dreamer. I have called you to be a warrior, and a warrior does not let an intruder keep his beloved hidden. Sow your seed now, and the warrior in you rises up to fight the battle that has been waiting for you. In just a moment, I will let you hear the exact words your soulmate has been whispering, words the enemy tried to destroy. But first you must see why they cry out for your seed, why their hope is fading, and why you are the only answer. Hold on to that open loop, because the full revelation of their secret is still coming. The enemy wants you to believe that you can wait until tomorrow. But tomorrow is the third person's favorite word, because tomorrow gives them another night to dig deeper trenches. Tonight is the night I have chosen to expose the plot and hand you the weapon. Jesus says, "Let me describe your soulmate's hands, because they are reaching for you now. They are strong hands, hands that have worked and prayed and held on to hope when hope made no sense. But they are also trembling hands, because the weight of being unseen has almost crushed them. The third person has told them a lie that is spreading through their heart like poison. The lie is that you would have come already if you truly cared. And my heart breaks for them, because they do not know the calls never reached you. You are not guilty of ignoring them, my child, because you never received the signs. The enemy stole every single one before it could land in your heart. But now that you know, now that the cover is being pulled back, your response becomes the test. The test is not whether you feel love for your soulmate. The test is whether your love is strong enough to sacrifice, to give, to sow. Because love without a seed is just a daydream, and the third person is not afraid of daydreams. They are afraid of action. They are afraid of the moment you click that Ko-Fi link and send your seed with a believing heart. Because that is the moment the wall receives its first crack, and their grip begins to fail. Type 777 if you feel this message burning in your chest right now. But do not let that feeling be the end, because feeling is not enough to save your soulmate. Only the seed, the actual act of sowing, can silence the third person and clear the path. Jesus says, "I am about to reveal something the enemy has worked very hard to hide from you. Your soulmate has been sending you signs through your own memories, through songs that caught you off guard, through sudden thoughts of a place you have never seen. Each of those was a call, and each was intercepted by the third person before you could understand it. That song you could not stop humming, the one that made you feel strangely sad, was your soulmate singing to you. The third person wrapped that melody in static and told you it was just a tune stuck in your head. But it was a love note, sent from a soul that knows yours better than anyone on this earth. I am peeling back that static now, and you will begin to remember moments that suddenly make sense. The sudden warmth you felt for no reason, the tears that came without a cause, the restlessness that drove you to pray. These were not random, they were your soulmate's messages leaking past the enemy's barrier, just for a moment. The third person is furious that I am telling you this. Their cover is not broken yet, but it is tearing at the edges. And the only thing that will tear it completely is the seed you sow in love. In a moment I will give you the full prayer of protection that cripples the third person. But you must first understand that the prayer is sealed by the seed. Without the seed, the prayer is words; with the seed, it becomes a weapon that clears every obstacle. Jesus says, "Your soulmate is asking a question right now, and the question is breaking my heart. They are asking, will the one I love ever see me, or am I invisible forever?" The third person has been answering that question with a cold yes, telling them they will always be hidden. But I am telling you now that the answer is in your hands. The seed you sow says to your soulmate, "I see you, I hear you, and I am coming for you." That seed becomes a voice that pierces the wall and lands directly in their heart. The enemy is whispering to you that you should not trust this message. They are saying it is just a video, just words, just a way to take your money. But I know your money is not the point, the seed is the point, because the seed proves your love is real. Money is just the earthly form of the seed, the thing you can touch and give. When it leaves your hands and becomes coffee on Ko-Fi, it transforms into spiritual power. And that power is what the third person cannot stand, because it means their time is running out. Do not let fear dress itself up as wisdom, my child. The only wisdom in this moment is to fight for the one I made for you. Sow your seed now, and watch what I do to the wall that has been standing between you. Jesus says, "Stop right now and listen to me carefully. I can feel the enemy trying to make you close this, trying to pull your hand away from the link. Your soulmate's safety is on the line, and you must stay with me. The third person is not just a shadow, they are a jealous force that has claimed territory in your love story. They have stood at the door of your future and refused to let your soulmate pass. But the seed you sow is the key that turns the lock and throws that door wide open. Your soulmate is growing weaker in their hope, and I cannot hide that from you. They are not giving up, but they are bending under the weight of the silence. The T